Adam Gallant in his backyard on Upper Hillsborough Street in Charlottetown. And Adam, you're making a big time go of the sound business, I'll call it, here in PEI. Maybe you can tell us some of what you're doing here.
Yes, thanks so much. We are a production facility for audio. The company's called the Hill Sound Studio. We do mostly music, be our bread and butter. Just the music industry on PEI has become quite big in the last 5-10 years, and we're lucky to be a part of that. We also do sound for film. So things like location audio services, we go on location with a big boom pole and capture dialogue and wild sounds of the filmmaking that happens on production. And then the other thing we got into this year, which has been awesome, is video game sound design. So we got a contract through a company in town called Ice Jam, and we did all the sound design for their mobile game, which was a great contract.
Tell us some of the artists who would record here as their main place to get their stuff on record.
Yes, so our biggest client would be Paper Lions. They write and record. Their last album was recorded here. Kinley Dowling just released an album that was all produced here under Colin Buchanan's creative guide. He was the producer. We also got Sori, he's another independent artist that writes and records out of this space. Raccoon Bandit be the band that I'm in. All of our work is produced here, obviously.
That's quite an indication of the community and the kind of the vitality of the people who are making music and getting it out right here in PEI.
Yeah, a big part of the industry is that everybody has a lot of things on the go at one time in order to keep the whole ship afloat. So there's never just kind of one project that is a force. It's always a bunch of tiny little projects on the go.
So you're in Raccoon Bandit. So did you start as a musician or as an audio guy?
I started as a musician in high school, and then I went to Nova Scotia Community College for a recording arts program, and then I moved back to PEI after a bit of traveling and settled down and decided that I would open my career here and keep it here forever, basically.
So you're at its core a one-man operation, but it's a much larger community that keeps it going.
Yeah, there's a big support system that the business relies on. My girlfriend Jill McRae, she's co-owner of the company. She facilitates and helps us kind of get through the day-to-day, and then Colin Buchanan would be the next guy who produces and brings in lots of business, and then all of our clients, and then the big network of industries that we support. They all kind of prop us up.
And then you said you're doing both the video games and audio for film. So maybe you give us an idea of how that relates to, or what is involved in that, over and above what you would do if you were recording music.
So outside of the music world, the film and video world is heavily post associated. So we just sit down at the computer. There's a lot of editing that happens, a lot of kind of cleaning up and restoration of sounds. And then a lot of like mixing and post work, whereas music's a lot about catering to the performance and the creative side of it. The video game and film stuff that we do is more post oriented, where you're just kind of sitting at the computer and there's not really clients present. You're just kind of hacking away at audio and looking at the screen all day.
And then of course there's a business side to it.
Yeah, which is maybe the most important part of it, or the only reason that we've kind of been able to succeed, is that we pay a big attention to our books and our accounting and just the structure of the overall business. That's a big part of our approach, is that just the day-to-day things are in order, and we can kind of monitor where our resources need to go and where we need to focus our efforts in order to remain sustainable, basically.
Well, you're obviously doing a good job of that.
Thanks.
And of course, a big part of what you're doing here is about a sense of place and building a community in PEI around the arts.
Absolutely, yeah. We like to foster creativity and involvement from all walks of life. Right now we have a high school student who interns here on Mondays and Tuesdays through the co-op program at the Charlottetown Rural High School.
And in the process, through all of this work, you're putting the mighty island on the map. So
in some way, yeah.
Yeah, and on the airwaves.
Yes.
So thanks for all that great work you're doing, Adam, and good luck with all your next projects.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to chat.